For thousands of years, spiritual traditions and religions have sought to elevate humanity to a higher level of consciousness by forcing us to look inward for answers. Cryptic texts and mystic writings propose that by utilizing the power of the pineal gland, we can all come to know God. Join us in this video as we embark on a journey to explore the esoteric mysteries of this tiny endocrine gland, often referred to as the third eye or the seat of the soul. From raising intuition to psychic abilities and a higher state of consciousness, the pineal gland's true power is often overshadowed in modern society. By deciphering the symbolic keys in the Bible, we can potentially unlock the secrets of healing our pineal glands. So, join us as we venture beyond the veils of the world and walk along the path of wisdom to explore the hidden teachings of the pineal gland laid out in religious texts found in every corner of the planet. This journey of self-discovery will empower you to embrace your intuition and tap into the inner wisdom that awaits you, leading to personal growth and spiritual awakening. Within each human on Earth, nestled comfortably in the middle of our brains, lies the tiny endocrine gland known as the pineal gland. Health organizations around the world propose this small gland helps regulate the body's circadian rhythm by secreting the hormone melatonin. However, to occultists, practitioners of spiritual traditions, and followers of philosophical disciplines, this part of the human body is so much more. For millennia, mystical traditions across the globe have proclaimed the profound spiritual significance of this small, enigmatic organ. Some ancient teachers have even suggested it as the center of consciousness within each individual, a conduit for communication with the universe and God. Often referred to as the third eye, it is associated with a higher form of consciousness or spiritual awakening due to its mystic properties. This is why many have come to call it the seat of the soul. For those who come to awaken the true power of the pineal gland, it is seen as a pathway to higher states of consciousness, allowing one to investigate the psychic and spiritual abilities that lie dormant within the collective human consciousness. Knowledge of the potential power of the pineal gland has been passed on for thousands of years and is even encoded into texts read by billions of humans every day. While it may seem unusual, the pineal gland and its spiritual significance are mentioned throughout Christian literature. Christian literature is a rich vein of ancient history, teachings, and mysticism from the early historical period. While to the uninitiated, the Gospels may appear to be retellings of Jesus' life and those he encountered, at a deeper glance, wisdom can be found between each line. For centuries, wise scholars have noted the existence of hidden esoteric knowledge within each chapter of the Bible, carefully placed so that it may one day be used to return humanity to its path to enlightenment. In one story, found in the book of Genesis, Jacob, the grandson of the famous patriarch Abraham, is said to have wrestled God. While at face value, it appears to be one of the strangest stories in the Bible, at its core lies a deeper meaning. It was meant to teach us about the true nature of God, but more importantly, it aims to shed light on a spiritual journey within. It is the same within that Jesus speaks of when he states that the kingdom of God is within you. One evening, Jacob divides his family and animals into different companies and sends them ahead while he stays back on one side of a creek. Then, a stranger appears from nowhere and they wrestle until dawn, with neither of them getting the upper hand. By morning, Jacob tells the man he may not leave until he bestows a blessing upon the grandson of Abraham, to which the man replies, "Thy name shall no more be called Jacob, but Israel, for as a prince hast thou power with God and with men, and has prevailed." From this, take it to mean that Jacob had been wrestling God. Later in the book of Genesis, Jacob called the place Peniel. Upon a deeper inspection of the experience as a whole, it appears apparent that the pineal is the same as the pineal gland, and Jacob had remained behind to enter into a trance or state in which he could raise his consciousness. The book of Genesis claims Jacob came face to face with God, but this was no physical experience. Instead, he encouraged the concept of God that lay within him, which he did by using his pineal gland. One prominent author who noted the existence of such knowledge in the Bible was Bill Donna, who studied the entirety of the Bible and came to the same conclusion. He proposes many biblical mysteries are misunderstood as they are wrongly interpreted. However, once we begin to connect the dots and see that much of the Bible is geared toward awakening the power of the pineal gland, it all starts to make sense. In the book of Matthew, Jesus further implies this by stating, "The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light." But in an esoteric sense, Jesus is not talking about the two eyes we all have. Instead, he is referring to the mystical properties of the pineal gland. When defining the third eye as full of light, the spiritual writings represent an extraordinary spiritual experience where we transcend consciousness on the physical plane and merge with God on the spiritual plane. The pineal gland has more to do with the seat of the soul and consciousness than the actual brain. Thus, this type of experience with the pineal gland could expand your consciousness. But to truly awaken the power of the pineal gland, we must focus on first reuniting the various aspects of the physical human psyche. This, again, is pointed out by Jesus when he instructs his followers to cast the nets off to the right side. He is making a spiritual allusion to the importance of stimulating the right hemisphere of the brain. From ancient times, the sages knew the importance of exploring the intuitive potential that lies on the right side of the brain. Allowing energy to flow to this region of the brain passively is an integral step in any spiritual awakening. Through this process, we begin to awaken brain cells that have been dormant for years, revealing hidden powers within our psyche. This entire process of reawakening the brain is referenced in the New Testament by Paul. This entire process of reawakening the brain is referenced in the New Testament by Paul, who suggests we should aim to have the mind of Christ. By activating the hemispheres of the brain and kindling the power of the pineal gland, we can begin to transform and elevate our consciousness to transcend the limitations placed upon us by modern society. As a result, we begin to connect our physical and spiritual souls with the divine of the universe, known to Christians as God. Just like Jacob's experience of being reborn with a new name in Peniel, all humans have the capability to go through a metaphysical resurrection, and all it takes is to reconnect with our pineal gland to awaken the light within us. You may be asking yourself, why don't I feel any connection to the pineal gland? Unfortunately, there are several reasons for this. For centuries, spiritual teachers have proposed the dark orders of the world who pull the strings of governments worldwide have been openly engaged in calcifying our pineal glands. Through the use of fluoride in our drinking water and toothpaste, the pineal gland becomes hardened. And when this happens, we begin to lose our spiritual connection to the light and the divine. While not everyone believes malevolent forces lie behind the calcification of the pineal gland, modern science has proven that in most adults the so-called third eye is hardened due to various lifestyle factors. Only by revitalizing this integral part of our bodies can we come to utilize the physical and spiritual power it possesses. Luckily, like all things, the body has a natural way of healing all things. And so the pineal gland can return to its natural state simply by following 4 steps. Number 1. Avoid fluoride. One of the most prevalent ways to reduce the calcification of your pineal gland is to stop using fluoride in your home. For over a century, health professionals have proposed that fluoride should be used in toothpaste to reduce the chance of cavities. This is also the primary reason why it is found in drinking water throughout the United States. Yet, in reality, this chemical is hugely detrimental to the pineal gland. Exposure to fluoride from the previously mentioned sources can result in a complete calcification of the third eye. The gland contains hydroxyapatite crystals, allowing the fluoride to accumulate in the pineal gland quickly. Essentially, this results in layers of hard fluoride deposits on the gland and stops it from functioning correctly. In some studies, scientists discovered that fluoride can lead to reduced melatonin production in both humans and animals, resulting in less activity in the pineal gland. Number 2. Supplement with melatonin. One of the major hormones secreted by the pineal gland is melatonin. This unique hormone is produced in response to darkness. It helps with the timing of your circadian rhythms, often called your 24-hour internal clock, and with sleep. Research also suggests that melatonin plays a role in other vital bodily functions beyond sleep, including numerous metabolic processes. New studies propose adequate melatonin levels in the human body contribute to various neuroprotective benefits, including the neutralization of inflammation and the removal of free radicals, and can even boost mitochondrial function. So, if you are suffering from low levels of melatonin in the body due to the calcification of your pineal gland, supplementing with the hormone can not only increase your overall well-being but also help to reduce the hardening of your third eye. Number 3. Eat raw cacao. As modern sciences and medicine continue to make significant breakthroughs, we are learning about the benefits of many superfoods, such as raw cacao. Recent studies suggest that consuming this Mesoamerican delicacy can significantly reduce the calcified tissue on one's pineal gland. Cacao contains a wide range of powerful antioxidants, minerals, and various other valuable compounds, resulting in a plethora of health benefits, especially for the brain and the pineal gland. Minerals such as iron, magnesium, and zinc are found in considerable quantities within the cacao plant, all of which nourish pinealocytes while promoting melatonin synthesis. Raw cacao also contains a unique molecule known as tryptophan, which is essential in the production of melatonin. Number 4. Reduce sugar intake. The fourth way to decalcify your pineal gland begins by reducing your intake of sugar, a substance that consumes the vast majority of foods in grocery stores worldwide. A diet high in sugar can have detrimental effects on the pineal gland. Cutting back on your sugar intake can significantly have profound effects on the pineal gland, as sugar triggers several processes that damage your third eye and further calcify. By following the simple steps laid out in this video, we can all reduce the calcification of the pineal gland, which will have profound effects on our physical and spiritual existence. A properly functioning third eye is pivotal to raising our consciousness and attaining enlightenment.